Going live. Phil Miller and Eric Counts already in the chat. Look at you. Hey guys, how is everybody tonight? It's cold here in Columbus.
Yeah.
Whew. I wasn't expecting it to be this cold today. Eric, it's probably pretty cold in Chicago too, ain't it? What are you looking at? Like in the 30s, lower 30s probably?
I saw a little, first couple little flurries today.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Oh,
Spitting a little.
I hate to hear that.
Winter's on us.
Yeah, I like springtime and I like summertime. I like a little bit of fall, but I don't like winter. And in Ohio, you never know what you're going to have. Did we have sound there?
Yeah, I could hear myself.
Okay, good. Looks like the captain is making it happen. How are you, Captain? Cold in Delaware as well. Sorry about that, buddy. Joshua.
Yeah, don't cross the
It's
Delaware.
in the 60s in Florida, which is Florida cold, Josh says.
Yeah, that is cold there.
Yeah. How you doing, Josh? We're all coming to your place to get warmed up.
I wonder what part of Florida you in, Josh?
He's near Orlando.
Is he?
Yeah.
You could meet up with Theo early.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not too far when I talked about doing Orlando. I think he said he was 45 minutes. I could be wrong.
Okay.
So, Captain, I got your email about the artwork, and I will reply tomorrow. I'm going to get all the pricing up. In case you're wondering, we did sell 3 of the pieces. I kept the White Queen, and the others are still available. But there has been some interest in quite a few of those, so I got to send you guys out some prices. North Central, Gainesville.
Oh. Yeah, he's further than 45 minutes from Orlando.
He says about 1.5 to 2 north of Orlando. Oh, 1.5 hours. 2 hours north of Orlando. Okay.
Yeah, Gainesville's pretty far north.
Gotcha. Still waiting on those Overpower artwork prices. Yeah, sorry, buddy. Black Friday this weekend kept me busy. I will have them for you tomorrow for sure. Scott? What? Oh, did you lose your job already? And now here you are.
Big baby, he called us.
Yeah, what the heck?
We learned from him playing Overpower how to be a big baby, I guess.
he used to pout a lot when we beat him.
Yeah.
Did he ever beat you?
Yeah, he's beat me a few times.
Has he?
Yeah.
Oh.
Give him enough chances.
Let's see. Captain says, do you know which ones you sold already? Yep, I do, because I only sold 3 of them.
Speed Through.
Speed Through from Velocity.
Armed and Dangerous.
Armed and Dangerous. That was Striker.
Yeah.
And the Nightcrawler piece.
Oh, did Doug get that?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
And,
Congrats, Doug.
his Heroes and Games hiring. We're always hiring good people, Scott. Sorry.
Just missed it.
What was that? That was Nightcrawler was from one of the events.
That was the mission, I thought.
Or Mission. Yeah.
Dark Phoenix Saga, I believe.
Yeah. So that one sold to Doug. Justin did want it, but Doug had already claimed it. So I did not know Justin was that big of a Nightcrawler fan, and when I told him I didn't know, he sent me some pictures.
Oh.
He's
huge.
Yeah, he's got a lot of nice crawlers. Oh, and
you know who else was huge in the Nightcrawler was Drew Tab.
I didn't know that.
No, he was,
yeah.
that's why he always had a print or some sort of release for Nightcrawler in every set.
Scott says he's feeling some love. Hey, Chris! Can post lethal protector use a negate. What? Can post lethal protector. What?
It's the one where it pulls the card from your opponent's side and you attack yourself with it. I'm assuming if there's a special out there, you could probably target it and remove it. But
sure, Chris. Hi, Brett. How you doing? Good to see everybody in the chat tonight. Everyone's got nothing else to do. It's too cold.
Yeah, hope everybody's getting some nice soup or something on the stove.
Yeah, I'm out of chili. I don't know what I'm going to have for supper tonight. Might be a pizza kind of night. Did you eat before you came?
I did.
You sure said something. We'd have got something.
Yeah, I could go
Scott
without
says
a
he's
meal.
feeling the love, feeling the love. It's only because you got a daughter who's awesome, Scott.
So we got Brett, we got Ricky here in the mix now.
Yeah. Chris says, sure. Michael, how you doing?
Oh,
Michael,
wow.
did you get to watch
Yeah,
the
there we go.
episode last week and see that artwork? Got some nice stuff. We did some high-res scans of them, too. I hope they're high-res. I didn't check that. But I had, I don't remember if Josiah did it
Yeah,
or
I'm surprised
Anthony.
Mike hadn't reached out to you to gobble some up.
Yeah, I was expecting him to reach out. Oh, Brett says turkey soup. My wife has officially tapped out of Thanksgiving leftovers.
Oh boy, lucky you.
5 days later. Yeah. Scott says Phil got crushed by my new deck. He said it looked like a Doug deck, just better. I don't think he ever said that just better thing to you. Captain says, I'm pleasantly surprised with how active the Overpower Discord is. I keep forgetting to go to that. I think I joined it.
I need to get
but
in there too.
You haven't been there?
No, I need to get in the mix.
How many people they got in there now, Captain? It was good. 120 to 140 people, if I remember correctly. I don't remember the exact amount because it's been a couple weeks.
So probably about the same as our OP Adventures here.
I think they got more people now than we have
Oh, really?
subscribers. Yeah, I think so. So we
Past
probably,
152, you're in there.
we probably ought to go in there once in a while and say hi. Maybe we can pick up a few more subscribers that way.
True.
Scott said it had a negate, so it's better. You know what? I really enjoyed playing my deck out there in Boston. And except for that one screw up against Ty, it would have been a very successful weekend without a negate. So I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to disassemble it yet. We got no big events coming up to play it in, or no little events either. But
It's gonna be a long winter, right?
yeah, I don't know what we're going to do because Vlad can't come very often.
Yeah.
And AJ kind of ghosting us. He's not even in the chat tonight.
Oh, AJ, come on.
Can't get them guys from Cincinnati to come up because they only work one day a week. And that's Saturday.
Must be Monday.
Captain says he doesn't know how many people, but there seem to be multiple new posts every day. That's good. Oh, Brett, awesome! An Invaders deck. All right. What Invaders did you put? Who'd you choose? Well, wait a minute. It's Human Torch, Captain America, Submariner.
Any more?
Uh,
Hulk?
Avengers Disassemble, Scott says.
Was Hulk in the mix of?
Hawk was never in the Invaders.
No.
Brett, you stumped me. Who's your fourth character? Unless you did some created your own
No
characters.
Surfer either. Right?
No, Surfer wasn't in there either. They were mostly heroes from the 1940s.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So the original Torch.
Yeah, the original Submariner, Captain America, they all got together and fought some Nazis. I mean, there are, there we go. Human Torch, Invaders, Captain America, Namor 7 stat.
It's missing one.
Yeah, and who's your reserve hero?
The deck's so good you don't need a reserve. Just forego it.
I wonder if they'd ever let you do that. They let you not show up with just 3 heroes?
Yeah.
Don't play a reserve hero?
Bucky Barnes or something.
I haven't decided between Velocity, Deathbird, or 3-stat Black Widow or Spider-Woman.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so you're...
How about Nick Fury? That'd be cool.
Nick Fury can't play... what can he play from reserve?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
He's just old school Howling Commando type deal.
Well, yeah, he did fight in World War II.
Yeah.
That'd be good. Scarlet Witch trumps White Queen. Grow up. Oh, Chris, where'd that come from?
He keeps thinking I don't know Beyonder deck.
Yeah.
I don't think that's been
there's
proven
Marcel.
yet. I
Marcel finally joined the talk.
Maybe I should go back to building a White Queen deck with Beyonder again.
You want to?
Yeah, I haven't done it. I haven't played it in so long.
Yeah.
But I played that like when the tournaments first relaunched back in 2014. I played that for a little while, trying to get it to gel again. But
Did you win with it?
no, I just couldn't. I mean, at the time, Devour and the Anti-Heroes ruled the day. But I think it could be a good mix now again.
Yeah. Brett says I'm limited to 16 points or a 12.3 stat. Yeah, that makes it hard, buddy. But I like it.
Make it a home base.
Yeah. I'm sure, Deathford, velocity. If you have velocity speed through, can you get flash on there?
You can use.
Oh, flash, how many points? No, he's playing more than 16. Yeah.
You can use the old 3-stat spider woman, which I think you mentioned. Probably not the best you're going to get.
Took place in the 40s, and 40s character was written by Conan and met Roy Thomas in the 70s. Yes, he did write great stories. I love those Invaders books from the 70s. One of the first series that Marvel put out in the 70s that I believe actually had giant size #1 before regular issue #1. But yeah, loved the Invaders books. I think I bought like the first 24, and at that point I kind of stopped. I don't remember why. Probably just budget cuts. I had to cut something. But there were a lot of.
You were a kid.
What's that?
I said you were a kid.
Yeah.
You only get so many dimes from your mom.
Right. Buying 10 books a week, it eventually got expensive. I bought a lot. I would like to see an Invaders team. That's good, Brett. You know what? We need to run an event that's themed, where your team has to be themed.
Yeah, I think Keith came up with a Defenders deck.
A Defenders deck would be.
I think he had like a Silver Surfer,
the Hulk, Doctor Strange, yeah. Reserve.
Can't remember who else he had.
The Hulk. Did they have Submariner on there?
Maybe that was a reserve hero.
Yeah, backing up. Well, I'd say Doctor Strange would be in reserve, but maybe not. The Hulk's your 8.
Yeah, you probably put Strange in the back and have Surfer and Hulk up front. I don't know who else. I can't remember who the other Defender would have been.
Yeah. All right. We need
Was
to
that
have
Namor too?
Namor?
Was he?
Yeah. The original Defenders was Namor, Hulk, and Doctor Strange.
Okay.
So that would be a cool team. You could probably come up with some cool teams themed with DC characters too, but they still be hard to play.
Yeah.
Hard to be competitive with those guys.
Yeah, Justice League, Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman.
Josh says we need a Blade card set. Yes, absolutely. Blade would be cool, especially if you could play him with some of the other Marvel Bronze Age horror characters. Dracula, Werewolf by Night, Moon Knight. Yeah. Doug knows he was there. Scott, I told you I was there in the 70s. I was buying those books off the stands. You know what? Larry's not in the chat yet, so I am probably the oldest guy here. How did Blade never get a set? Marvel still got a ton of characters.
Oh yeah, so
that they
many.
could do. Yeah, they just didn't do enough sets to do all the characters. I mean, Moon Knight never got a character.
No Moon Knight, no Ultron, no. I mean, there's just so many characters.
Yeah.
Parallax.
40s. Scott, I was not there in the 40s. Let's see. Ricky says, I have a Blade custom set from that horror. Oh, whoa. Oh, Ricky, you got me interested there. Oh, the horror set? Who all was in the horror set? Blade, was that Blade, Moon Knight, and a couple other guys? It's why there's no Blade. Criminal.
Yeah, I think they did like some of the vampire type stuff and made like a Jubilee and.
Jubilee?
Yeah, like a zombie type stuff or Captain America zombies, that kind of stuff.
There might have been a storyline like that too. I don't know. That would be cool.
Yeah.
I'd like to see it. I love my Moon Knight cards that I got. Thank you. You know who you are.
No Guardians, no Rocket Raccoon.
Guardians. Oh, yeah.
The undefeated Squirrel Girl.
A lot of people hate on the Squirrel Girl, but I think it's hilarious. Her superpower is she can't be beat, right? That's
almost
pretty
like the
funny.
X-Babies, I guess they did kind of make them.
It's all fantasy, so why not? Brett says, actually, most of the big bad characters never got cards. Ultron, Thanos,
Yeah, that's
Loki.
what I said there was.
Yeah.
No true Abomination until we made him into Masters of Evil.
Yeah.
So a couple fan set type stuff.
Josh wants to see the blade from that set, Ricky. Can you guys post pictures in the chat? I don't know. I don't think I can. I don't know.
think so.
Doesn't look like you can.
Emojis.
Yeah, just
They try to probably
Yeah.
keep it PC.
would love an Ultron. Yeah, I know, Josh. There's so much. If we could just get back on track. So, you guys have already jumped ahead of me. One of my talking points tonight was, "What do you want for Christmas?" What's your Overpower? What's on your Overpower Christmas list?
I guess we know. Huh?
And we know a lot of them. We got Ultron on the list. We have Blade on the list. And of course, you know, Deathlock for me.
Yeah, new Deathlock.
And a new Deathlock. He's going to be a 7 strength and a 7 fighting. And I want a Henry Pym negate. That's what I want for Christmas.
Yeah, there's so many. You know, all the Guardian type stuff that they could have made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so much coming if we can just get that license. Captain says, really, Thor's entire rogues gallery was ignored. Yeah, no Loki, there's no Enchantress, no Executioner, Grey Gargoyle, Mr. Hyde, no Cobra, just Absorbing Man, and Absorbing Man was so bad. Was he so bad? I mean, he was bad.
Yeah, he got
nothing worth playing.
he got a couple cards out of MOE that made him okay.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, he had the watered down JW like Henry Pym, the 5.
Oh,
That only couldn't be defended with a special.
yeah, but didn't allow a follow-up.
Yeah. They tried to make him cool. They tried to make those basic universes where he was +3 to any stat when he came up. So, but I mean, the grid only goes to 8, so it kind of defeated the purpose.
Yeah, right. Brett wants an entire MCU Overpower set for Christmas. Yes, a brand new Overpower, Marvel Overpower set. They missed so many. Yet Valkyrie never had a card. That'd be great for that Defender set too. Valkyrie would just perfect. How about a pulp novel set? Yes, we talked about that last week, Josh. Definitely. Doc Savage, the Shadow, the Phantom, the Spider. Yes, that is definitely something I want to look at. We'll talk to them once they get things rolling. We'll say, hey, can you slide a little pulp heroes in here for the love of the pulps? I go to 2 pulp conventions a year, and I'm sure those guys would eat that up. They would love it.
Yeah, the Shadow would be really cool.
Yes, the Shadow and Doc Savage are the 2 most popular pulp heroes. You know, Conan first appeared in a pulp.
Oh, did he really?
There was a written story in a pulp, so you could even throw Conan in there. Is Conan getting close to public domain? I'm not sure.
You would think.
I don't remember when that pulp came out. 24? I can't remember. So he might be. John Carter, Warlord of Mars. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, John Carter.
The pulp version, or you want the Marvel version? I'd be happy with either one. I could see that. That's our team right there. Doc Savage, the Shadow, the Phantom, and John Carter, Warlord of Mars. We'll put the Phantom in reserve. I like it. Maybe the Player of the Year gets their own card. They did that once, and I don't like the way it turned out. Team Overpower.
Yeah.
Frank.
Hey, I would like to be on a card though.
Yeah.
Could have been on 5 by now.
Well, retroactive it. All right. We'll give you 2 a year to roll caught up. What are the old Weird Tales absurdly priced? Oh, absolutely they are. Yes. The Weird Tales, the first Conan, went up for auction in Chicago last year, and it set a record price.
Graded?
No, they don't grade pulps.
No.
No, so they're all raw.
Wow.
I believe it went for $17,000 or $18,000. I could be over a little bit. Maybe it might have been 14, but the guy had a really nice copy, but this one was better, so he bought it.
Wow.
And I seen him the very next day after he bought this one offer his backup copy to a guy for $12,000, and the guy said, "No thanks." I think he overpaid for it, but it's one of those things where you're going to
Yeah,
find
well,
one that nice, because high-grade pulps don't come around that often, especially key issues.
Like the Hulk #1. Just can't find them.
And Captain, if you can get audio versions of some of those stories, and they're a lot of fun to listen to on the Audible books.
Oh, wow.
I did Solomon Kane, and I listened to it twice. It's fun stories. The only problem is Robert E. Howard didn't always finish the story. So,
Kills the suspense.
it's like, boy, that was an abrupt ending. Make it a Beyonder just with the player artwork tournament legal. Oh, the Player of the Year card is the Beyonder card, I guess he's saying. That'd be good. I want to see both Phils in the Champ of Champs for Christmas. Marcel.
One Phil will be here.
Yeah. I think Keffer's going to show up.
Yeah, we need to get
I
him.
think he'll come. We'll do our best to get Phil and Phil here.
Yeah, he needs to pilot that F-16 again.
Yeah. And Marcel will be there. It is going to be great. I'm still looking forward to this one. I'm trying to plan some good tournaments for everybody else on Friday night so they can last minute qualifier, have some fun. We'll play all day Friday. Come back on Saturday, and if you're in the Champ of Champs, continue to play or get to play because you guys can't play in the qualifier on Friday. You can just come in, hang out, and have a good time. I want revenge on Marcel for Christmas. Scott. You know what? That's kind of like getting a lump of coal for Christmas, Scott. I don't think you really want to. Be careful what you ask for, okay?
I don't know that Marcel will oblige. He might give you another
yeah.
butt kicking, Scotty.
Yeah, he'll do it. The captain says, I actually had the second issue of Weird Tales with the Conan cover. It's from September 1934, and I was only able to afford it because it's extremely poor condition. Yeah, Captain, they're all worth having. About 2 years ago, I think, I was bidding on the first Conan, and I stopped at like $2,400. I think it sold for $27 or something like that, and it was a nice copy.
Yeah.
And now we're talking $15,000. It's crazy. Wow. Free Robert E. Howard audiobooks are plentiful on YouTube and always worth the time. Yep, I agree. Robert E. Howard became a very, very good writer by the end of his career, and you can tell some of the stuff that he wrote early and some of the stuff he wrote late. And it's just his progression as a writer was.
Yeah, it's always awesome to see.
Yeah. And you know what? Now I want a pulp set with Solomon Kane and Conan on it. All right, come on now. Most of the guys are wondering, who's Solomon Kane? Yeah, another Robert E. Howard. All right, we could probably put John Carter of Mars on that team. So John Carter of Mars, Solomon Kane, Conan, and let's put Red Sonja in reserve just for the fun of it. Red Sonja never had a card.
Cool.
Yeah, she never had a character card. So maybe. My Christmas list is getting big. Thanks, guys. I wouldn't mind a couple of them Weird Tales books. I wish they'd reprint that good stuff. I don't think they've ever reprinted those early Conans. Pulp, Overpower, Hype. Hey, Overpower, you guys in the chat today? You catching all this? We want some pulp heroes. I want to transcribe this podcast afterwards, and I'll send it on to the Overpower guys. I'll cut out everything except the pulp and let them know we really want it. The pulp heroes are great. They're some of the greatest heroes.
Yeah.
And I think we can get even the young guys.
Yeah, I want Lockjaw and Crypto. I want some animal.
Crypto?
Yeah, Superman
That's
stuff.
the dog? Okay.
You have to be cheaper than the X-Babies, wouldn't
Yeah, all I can do is bark and fly. Rocketeer, Josh, I agree. The Rocketeer's a great character. Dave Stevens, fantastic artist, ingenious. That was some of the funnest books I ever read. At that point, I was probably just out of high school when that came
Yeah, we
out.
talked about Rocketeer last weekend.
Yeah, he always comes up when you talk about great pulp characters. He's definitely one of them. Let's see, did I miss anything in the chat? I don't think so. Yeah, with those early pulps with Conan stories, they usually don't put them out with, on the tables or so. They put them in the auction because all you need is two people to go crazy, and they do. Every time, those are the ones that people bid the most on. And some of the crazy covers, talking about the 20s, 30s, and 40s. They had some crazy books. But yeah, that stuff's fun. I'd like to bring that pulp convention back to Columbus.
Yeah, it was always nice.
Yeah, they don't want to come. They like it where they're at over in Mars, Pennsylvania. All right, so you guys got my Christmas. You got a Christmas list for Overpower Christmas list?
I just want to build some new decks for next year. Excited to see what you put into the mix.
Okay. We're going to have a Christmas tournament?
I'd love to have one.
All right, let's talk to Vlad and everyone about it Saturday. Hey, we're having another play day here in Columbus this weekend. If you're coming into town for GalaxyCon, man, if you haven't checked out the GalaxyCon list, check it out. There are so many people coming. Right now, I'm on a One Piece kick from the Netflix show. Have you watched that?
No.
It's fun. I like it. But some of the voice actors from the anime are going to be here. So I may try and get a Luffy autograph. Monkey D. Luffy. But it's voiced by a woman, but it's kind of cool. So I might get a couple of her cards, or get her to sign a couple cards. It's just a huge list. But if you're coming, make sure you stop in here as games, say hi, and we'll talk some Overpower, and we're going to play Overpower. I don't know what time Vlad's coming, and he is not in the chat tonight. I'm going to say we'll be playing by 2 or 2:30 in the afternoon at the latest.
Vlad's letting soccer get in the way tonight?
Yeah, his priorities are all screwed up. But if you're going to be in town, make sure you stop by, say hi. Hey, there's Larry. How you doing, Larry?
The Reverend's joined us?
Yes, he has. And now I'm no longer the oldest guy on the chat. Thanks, Larry.
Feeling better?
Yeah, I feel a little better. Sorry, Larry. You have to go back and watch the beginning to understand that joke. There's Scott Flint. He always wants to make fun of me. I think Scott's already backed out of the chat. Probably had to go.
Larry, I was a little disappointed. You said we were on the big screen and you weren't in the movie theater. We were on your big TV then. So
there he is. You know what? I love that. I sent that to the grandkids. They say, hey, look at me, I'm on TV. They thought it was real. So, I mean, it was real, but you know what I mean. Hey, Larry, now we got you in the chat. Did you get the teamwork, any hero teamworks? Any power teamworks yet? Yeah, Larry loves the old guys too.
If not, go check out Larry's Cyber Monday sale.
Is that still going on?
Yep.
They got till midnight tonight, right, Larry?
I believe so.
TheOrangeKing.com. 20% off?
Yeah, that's what the Black Friday was. I didn't see what the
that was Black
Cyber-
Friday.
It may be the same, but Larry?
Oh, Chris has got the whole
up.
night off. All right. Scott, who's playing Monday Night Football tonight?
I think it's the Bears and somebody. It's going to be bad.
Oh, nobody cares. All right. Larry does not have any power teamworks yet. You got all night. Scott, we missed you like a toothache. But glad you're here. You got to come up Saturday and play.
Yeah,
Bring
come on up,
Chris
Scotty.
with you. Miles could probably come up for a couple hours if you guys all wanted to.
I think Scotty said he had his daughter's basketball or something.
Oh, yeah, I think you're right.
All December and January, but
Yeah.
I was hoping Chris gets his way up here.
Chris got a car now, right?
He does.
Yeah.
Yes, I was hoping he could get the other Scott Williamson or Miles or somebody to come up with him.
Yeah. Midnight tonight, 20% off. The last big sale of the year. Yep, Scott says basketball. All right. Well, you know, kids are a priority. So I've got a Reavers, Donald Pierce set, and Fairchild set on the way from the Reverend. Can't wait to flesh out the couple of decks I'm working on. That's awesome. Thanks, guys, for supporting Larry.
Sounds like a nice lockout deck.
Yep, Josh is working on something there. Fairchild, I know Josh tried to get a debate going on the Facebook page. I don't think too many people really replied to it about is she underrated.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, for 17 points and that awesome inherent.
She's good.
She's good.
But
And that 3 is dynamite.
yeah,
Letting your reserve character play specials that you can hold and bluff with in your hand.
right. I didn't get to play Josh. And
I just wanted to hear her say Clopper time, but I didn't get to hear it. Everybody kept negating the 3.
oh, yeah. Yeah, that would have been something. Midnight my time, asked Michael. Hey, Larry, that's a good question. Are you ending at midnight Eastern? Yeah, Josh is the 3 intellect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great card.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
I think she's the only one that has that card.
Yes, as far as, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And her only downfall is that she's a strength character, and it's, I don't know, some of the strength characters are getting pretty good.
Well, Heroes for Hire was always good.
Right, but yeah,
But
Juggernaut to that.
Yeah. It's hard to
Even
pair because there's no defensive characters for strength decks. So you typically have
Spider
to.
Girl, or Spider Woman.
Right, and she's a max 6. But,
Yeah.
yeah, it's tough.
Well, you got a 7 and 2 8s. And
Yeah,
you got
you-
one max 6. I
right.
think you'll be okay.
Yeah, you can make it work.
I like it. Eastern time. All right, thanks, Larry. Midnight Eastern. I think the website's probably set at Eastern time. Does another image character have a similar special? 3 strength, maybe. All right, Josh. I don't know. I'd have to look into that.
If they do, they're not playable.
Well, yeah. A lot of people thought Fairchild wasn't playable either. Scott Flint says phone home. I don't know, Scott. Who you need to call?
Larry said E.T.
Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry, missed that one. Anybody got any more Overpower Christmas list? How about if Grunge? Does Grunge have that card? Josh says Grunge.
He has a 3. I don't know if it's the same version.
Okay. I haven't looked at Image Overpower in so long, I really couldn't tell you.
Find out though.
I never had a complete set of those. Josh says he's a max 6. Yeah, Grunge is
Is that the Danger Seeker?
sad. Danger Seeker.
Yeah. Kind of a cool card.
Yeah, he's a max 6. I don't think he. I mean,
No, yeah, okay. It is Grunge then.
he does
It's a-
have it.
It's a JC code.
All right, thanks, Josh, for straightening us out there. Has he got anything? What's his 1 per dex?
Grunge is 1 per dex. All attacks by opponent must be made against Grunge. Until Grunge is KO'd, all attacks are at -2.
You know what? I think Miles used
Yeah,
to play
Miles
that.
did with a Beyonder deck.
Yeah.
But it wasn't legal.
What?
Yeah, remember we had to disqualify him in that tournament?
I don't remember that.
Yeah, he was like 6-0 and I had to play him and I was like, this deck's not legal, you're playing.
Oh, is it point over in points?
Yeah.
How many
I
points?
felt bad. I think just 1. But
Just 1. Well, I mean, that's
Yeah.
all it takes.
yeah, he was thinking Grunge was 17 and Grunge was 18 or something to that effect. Or he was 17 and he thought he was 16.
Oh, right there's your Grunge.
Yeah.
What is he?
Yeah, 17.
He's a
Yeah, and
17.
he thought he had 2 17s. I think he had Scarlet Witch with him or something.
Wow.
With babies and it didn't line up.
Okay.
Yeah, 4 miles.
Nah, I don't feel sorry for him. Ellie says
He
hi
won
to
enough
Doug.
points,
Not Ellie says hi to Doug, not Phil.
Oh.
Hi, Ellie. When you gonna come up and trade some Pokemon cards with me?
I'm not saying hi, Ellie. I was looking forward to saying hi to you tonight.
Let's see. When is the promoter's scheduled call? Hey, you know what? That's on Ron. Sorry, Larry. He asked me to set up a call with Josh and Phil, and he'd get everybody else in line, and something happened. That's all I know. So as of right now, nothing is scheduled. I also asked him for a 2024, and there you go. You're asking just as I'm talking about it. 2024 schedule. I believe we'll have it by the end of the week. I have it on paper right in front of me. A somewhat incomplete schedule. I don't have everything,
Yeah.
but I'll go over that here in just a minute. That is part of my Christmas wish list, is a full season of Overpower. And I think we got some stuff coming up that you guys are going to really enjoy. Is that Rocky and Bullwinkle? How'd that, what did Rocky always say?
I don't
Now for something
I don't
I'm
remember.
sure you'll really enjoy. You don't remember? You?
I do remember Rocky and Bullwing. I don't remember their slogan.
Really? I can't believe there's something you can't remember. Let's see. He says the tournament is complete. Still need to schedule Valhalla. Yeah, Larry, how could it be complete when you haven't given me a date yet? I got Valhalla open here with like 7 question marks. Where are we going to play and what's the date? What kind of locations are you looking at? Are you thinking about moving it all over the country? Or are you just going to stay kind of local? Brett says if only Coda Island had more than 4 usable characters, it would make a cool battle site.
Yeah, I think that was that Spartan battle site from Image.
Yeah. Again, I guess I should look at the image stuff, but I just don't have any. I don't say I don't have any. I got some. I got Backlash, Future
Spawn?
Backlash. Yeah, I got a Spawn here.
And you didn't really need to look much further than that.
Right.
But,
Um,
boy, he was so broken though.
yeah. I got the 4 Chromium image heroes.
Yeah, and then they only got a few specials typically.
Yeah. Zealot,
Lina Earp.
Lyona Earp, right. I think she had 3 or 4.
Yeah.
I probably still have a Zealot hero. A couple of her specials, maybe.
She was playable.
Yes. Josh says Zealot is kind of cool too. Yes. She had an 11, didn't she?
Yeah, she had an 11
11 any power.
multi.
Multi. Oh, even better.
Yeah. I think it was like, might have been like X-Men's. I don't think her team could attack, or she couldn't attack afterwards or something. It had
One of the two.
It had a negative aspect
Yeah.
after you played it. But.
Okay, so Larry's looking at Orlando, Vegas, Salt Lake City, LA, or Seattle. Let's do a vote. All right, we'll do a vote here, Larry, but we're not going to bring it down to 1. Let's. How about if we do a 4-week vote, and each week we kick somebody off the list?
Oh yeah, Survivor.
Yeah, we'll have a Valhalla Survivor. All right, I'm going to write it down. Today we have Orlando, which is going to get my vote
And mine.
and yours. Okay, Vegas.
Which I would still go there.
Salt
too.
Lake. Why Salt Lake City? I hear you got a lot of customers out there. I'm just curious what's causing that.
I don't like
LA.
I don't like any state where you can have more than one wife.
I'm pretty sure that's not legal anymore. Seattle. All right. Wow. All right, guys. This week, the one I want you to vote off the island is Salt Lake. Doug's rooting for Seattle. Okay.
Look how dry I am with one wife.
I'm not even going to joke about that. Michael says Vegas. Vegas instead of LA. Michael, okay. Orlando, so my in-laws can watch my kids. Great idea, Brett. Josh, you can only vote for one. You got Orlando or Seattle. Salt Lake City, huge customer base. That's nice. Okay, Scott.
But are they players?
Scott's voting for Orlando. Eric says Vegas. Eric, we know why you want to go to Vegas, so we're going to not have it in Vegas to keep you out of trouble. Right now, Orlando is winning. Larry, are you voting for Salt Lake City, or are you just saying that's why you have a huge customer base there? And why do you have such a big customer base there? Because there can't be, wow, what's in Salt Lake City?
Maybe there's nothing else to do but play Overpower.
Maybe. They used to have a really big Comic-Con there.
Did they?
I don't know how big it is now, but yeah, it was huge. It was probably top 5 in the country at,
Really?
one time. So Scott says he'd have a babysitter. So Scott, I'm counting that as a vote for Orlando. Orlando's doing good.
Except Scott thinks it's out of the country, so you'd have to get your passport, Scotty.
Okay, so nobody's voting for Salt Lake right now. I wonder where Marcel wants to play. Marcel, give us a vote here. He don't care. He'll just show up. Just saying, not sure why. Okay. I think it's a dry state. Orlando. It's hot. I don't know about dry. Big customer in Salt Lake area. Okay. How far is Salt Lake from Vegas? Would that be close? If we have it in one or the other, can we draw from the other base?
Maybe.
Captain, are you still with us? What's your vote? This is good. All right. Larry, you got,
Wouldn't mind California.
yeah, L.A. is where one of the brothers lives.
Yeah, we could get
Maybe.
Michael's.
Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah. Scott says he thinks Utah is a dry state. I don't know. got no clue.
We'll bring liquid death and help them out.
Yeah, there you go. Orlando's a very wet state, both alcohol and weather, says Josh.
Yeah, especially in the summer.
Yeah. You sweat just walking out the door, right?
Yeah, lightning capital of the world.
Utah has a max ABV on tap, I think, says Brett. I don't know what that means. And
Alcohol, blood, man.
I don't know. Captains, yep, I'm still here. I live in Delaware, so I guess I'd vote somewhere in New Jersey. New Jersey didn't make the list. Come on, Larry, why don't you have Jersey on there? Ooh, Michael says it's about 450 miles, so they're not really close.
No, it's not close.
Last time I was in Orlando, it was for an OP regional, says Eric. Wow, they had one in Orlando. I don't remember that. Do you remember that?
No.
Overpower regional in Orlando?
No, but I didn't get to play many regionals. I mean, I was coming in right as that phase was going out.
Yeah, we kind of did get in at the end.
Yeah, I didn't start playing until Classic Overpower came out.
Hey, Captain, I got some news for you on New York City, brother. Just hang loose. We're going to talk about New York City. We got some plans for New York. Michael says Salt Lake City to Vegas, 450 miles. LA says California, so LA votes for Los Angeles. We'll give LA a vote just because we like her more than Scott. Other East Coast you usually hit other than Philly. Well, East Coast, nope. But that don't mean something ain't coming. Right now, the choices Orlando, Vegas, Salt Lake City, Los Angeles, or Seattle. Those are the 5 locations that Larry is looking at for Valhalla.
We had a couple tournaments in Baltimore.
Yeah, Baltimore. Yeah, Baltimore. How far is Baltimore from Jersey? Yeah, that ain't too bad.
Yeah, it wouldn't take too bad. A couple hours.
The Peace Bridge up in Niagara Falls. That shouldn't be too bad of a drive. Short flight.
Maybe Keffer can get the K2 in the mix again.
Oh, New York City is too far.
Oh.
Yeah. I know, Scott. Everybody loves your daughter, and they tolerate you. All right. So, right now, all right, let's get into this list for 2024. Here's what we got. Unless you got anything left for your Christmas list. You get everything you want for Christmas?
Nah, I know I'm not going to get it. It's just why it's a wish list, right?
All right. 2024 is going to kick. Oh, Captain says he might be able to do Baltimore.
Where's Captain's in Delaware?
Yeah, no, he's Jersey. What did he say? He was Jersey? Oh, Delaware.
I think he said Delaware.
Yeah, you're right.
Do
He's
Jersey.
Delaware. I might do Baltimore. Okay. Anywhere west of the Rockies, says Michael. We're working on that, Michael. We are. It's coming. I don't know. Probably looking at fall of next year, maybe. But we're going to kick off 2024's event as a wrap up of 2023. That'll be the Champ of Champs, February 23rd and 24th. That is written in stone. All right, because that is not a North America Overpower League event. Technically, that is just something that Heroes and Games and Overpower Adventures are putting on for the Overpower players.
Yeah, and I'm trying to convince Doug not to throw the first stone. So.
The top 10 players automatically get a free entry. And we're going to add, I think, 6 more players from Friday's event as the last chance qualifier. So
16 total players.
16 players.
So if there's somebody that doesn't show up from the top 8, then we'll be able to add more.
Top 10. Oh, yeah. We'll look at that. Yeah, on Friday. We'll know who's coming and who's not coming by then, and we'll figure it out. But it'll be 16 players on the 24th, a last-minute qualifier on the 23rd. And Josh Alexander is not in the chat today. He's already playing D&D tonight, probably. We have the OKC Shootout, April 19th and 20th in 2024. Hey, Scott, it's my tournament, pal. I make the rules. I'm qualified already. Just saying. No, I did not qualify, so I'd have to qualify on Friday by making top 8.
Beyonder will let him qualify.
Beyonder might make it happen. I don't know. Maybe Henry Pym will make it happen. Then after the shootout will be the Peace Bridge, Niagara Falls, and Larry is not in the chat right now to tell us what his dates are.
Larry left?
Not Larry, I'm sorry, Howard.
Come on, Howard.
Howard's looking at June.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think Howard told me once, but I can't remember. I think, no.
Marcel, are you still in the chat?
May? I think it's the first week of June, but that's not written in stone, so nobody make plans to be in Niagara Falls the first week of June.
I think that's when he typically held it, and then he moved it back a week this past time, and I think it was like June 17th.
Okay. I think he moved it out of, he was going to, one of the dates he was looking at was the same weekend as Origins. Did we write down Origins? All I wrote down was June. But so to get away from Origins, I think he moved it to the first weekend in June. So that'll be good. Then the OP Cup will be August 16th and 17th. I hope I'm not stepping on Ron's toes here by making some announcements before him. And I should have got his permission for all this first. But it's kind of North American Overpower League.
Sure.
So it's not really.
Not set in stone like that?
Well, Champs is. So August 16th and 17th will be the OP Cup here in Columbus. And then Larry still has to determine his date and location. So technically, in Boston, same with Boston. I would think they're probably going to have it at the same location in Boston, because that was pretty good. I haven't heard them talk about dates. I think they're going to probably stay in the time frame that they had it this year. I'd love for them to move it into the summer at some point so we can see a Red Sox game over there.
Yeah, they could always flip-flop with Larry, or possibility.
Yeah.
Get in Florida in the winter.
That'd be great. 'Cause I would love to be able to go to Boston and catch a Red Sox game on a Friday night or a Saturday night.
And I second that.
Or even Sunday afternoon. So I don't want to go back to Boston until I can see a Red Sox game.
Yes, we got to do it by at least September.
Yeah. So that is the 5 North American Overpower League schedules, events for next year. And as far as I know, are they planning on? They're talking about maybe expanding the 5 to some of these other, but some of these other events may or may not happen outside of now. Hi, is it the captain who wants to? New York City's too far for the captain. I'm sorry, Captain. I got some bad news for you. Overpower is going to be played in New York City in April. What exactly is a Swiss round? The captain asked. I have been meaning to ask, do all these tournaments use the same format, or are they all run differently? They all are run the same. Swiss round is when you play like records. So everyone comes in with a 0-0 record, so the first round is just kind of a random draw. I don't know if the pairings are based on points as the season progresses, or if it's total random in the first round. That'd be a question for Howard. After the first round, all undefeateds, 1-0s would play other 1-0s. If you're 0-1, you play somebody else who's 0-1. At the end of this first round, your second round match, if you're 1-1, you're going to play somebody who's 1-1. If you're 2-0, you'll play a 2-0, and 0-2 will play 0-2. Sometimes, though, there's an odd amount, so somebody gets pulled up in the pairings, and they will maybe be 1-1 and have to play somebody that's 2-0. So that's what Swiss is. You play like records. But if there's an odd amount of players or odd amount of records, somebody does get pulled up to play somebody who's.
And that typically doesn't happen until you get to that 5-0 or 6-0 mark.
Well, if you start with an odd number of players.
Yeah, then that could happen.
Yeah, it'll happen right away. But that is the Swiss rounds. Now, the events go from after you play 7 rounds of Swiss, and that's based on how many guys show up. It may only take 6. I think once it took 8. Didn't we go?
Yeah,
we played 8 here, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
So it took us 8 to get down to the top 8. And then after that, you advance, take the top 8 guys into a single elimination. And no problem, Captain. Glad to help you out there. The single elimination, you just play till you have one winner, which is 3 rounds. All right, so we are going to be playing Overpower in New York City. When do you ask? At the Big Apple Comic Con in April. We're going to make that happen. And it may be something small. It may not be a big deal. It may just be, see if we can get 6 or 8 guys to show up to play. We may do it a little bit bigger. We got some time to figure that out. But my buddy Mike Carbonell runs the Big Apple Con in April, and he's going to make some room for us to play.
So it doesn't conflict with the OK shootout?
Well,
But you could get players on the West Coast. Players on the East Coast.
he's probably already got a date. It's April 19th. Yeah, I'm kind of just trying to draw in some players from that area. Where I'm not going to set up at the con. I'll just go and run the event for him, and I'll ask him about that. He's December 16th is his next con in New York City. I'm going, so I'm going to finalize plans for that. Chat's blowing up. Scott says Swiss is when I don't lose. I don't want to talk about single limb. Con dates. I'm looking, Larry. There's a lot of con dates coming up. Give me a second here, Doug Taylor. Not 100% sure how Challenge does it, but I run dozens of Swiss tournaments, and typically the first match is random. Thank you, Doug.
So we got to go through the dates again because someone came to Mike's door and knocked.
Who said that?
Mike.
All right, I'll go through the dates again for you here in a minute, Mike. Okay. Yeah, you know what? There we go. Brett's got to put them there. There we go. Beast Bridge, early June. OK shootout is April 19th and 20th. Oh, boy. And let's see.
OP Cup, 16th through the 18th.
Yeah, Brett's got that one in there.
16th and 17th.
Yeah. Boston, we don't have a date. Valhalla, we don't have a date. Champ of Champs is February 23rd and 24th. And that should get you caught up, Michael. Let's see. Okay, the Big Apple doesn't have April on here yet. They're just because they got December of this year coming up yet. So I will get that to you guys after I get back from New York. But we're also hoping to maybe do something at Gen Con or Origins, at least Origins, since that's right here in our building. Maybe do some demos at Origins.
Yeah, there used to be some huge regionals here.
Yeah, it was great. I don't know, that one that you won, there was probably 40 players or more, if I remember right. So, Michael, there's no going to the door, says Doug. Con dates. All right, Big Apple, like I said, Larry, sometime in April. We're looking at Origins in June for some demos. Might go to Gen Con and try and run some demos in August. At that point, I think the Overpower guys should be ready to announce something, hopefully. And maybe they can run all these demos. We want to do something in Florida. We're working with the promoter to run something down there just so we can get Theo there.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a big super North American Overpower League event. Just a big event to get Theo out. We'd like to do something like that in California. If Larry doesn't do his in LA, we might try and work out something there at Comic-Con. Maybe at San Diego Comic-Con. I've heard rumors floating around. It could happen. That's, I think, in July. So that's going to be hard for them to get anything into San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah, it's pretty packed.
Yeah, there'll be no new product. It's too early for new product. I don't think we're going to be seeing new product that early. C2E2 is in April 26th through the 28th. Hey, Larry, thanks for tuning in. Love you too, man. We'll see you soon, okay? C2E2, April 26th to the 28th. Maybe we can do some demos there. We'll see. Probably a little too early. That's the week after the OKC shootout. Hopefully we can do something. We just want to get out there and get in touch with a new base, not just the same 5 cities that we've been going to lately. We want to reach out and touch some new players, or maybe some old players that want to get back into it. Captains, a couple weeks ago in the chat here, someone from BMG said they should have an announcement made by the end of Q2. Yep, that's what Ron is saying. Second quarter, but second quarter is April, May, and June.
Yeah.
So if it does go that late, we're looking at June, and if they're already in talks with San Diego, they could probably pull something like that off. New York Comic Con, we're going to work on that, see if we can do something there. I don't know the promoters at all, but I know a lot of people involved with New York Comic Con, so in October we may be able to do something there. Hey, Howard, how are you? June 14th and 15th for Peace Bridge. Does that work for you and Corey? You know what?
Sure it's not
Pull up
Origins.
Origins, will you? I'm pretty sure that's the week after Origins. Hey, Michael, thanks for tuning in, buddy. We'll talk to you soon. I think that works, Howard. Hold on a minute. Phil's going to double check the Origins date. I think that's going to be good, though. Later, guys. Rudolph with Ellie and Dad. All right,
June
Scott.
19th through the 23rd is what this is saying.
June 19th?
Yep.
Oh, so he would be the week before Origins. Okay, June 19th through the 23rd of 2024. Oh, you know what? Yes, that's okay. Yep, they did push it back to the 3rd week, and they're, I think, going to kind of stay there for a while. 2024. Yes, Howard, that works. All right, thanks, buddy. I'm writing that down. Peace Bridge is June, what did he say? 14th and 15th. 15th of 2024. Now I got to get a passport
That's true.
because I just committed.
Doug said if either of the Phils see their shadow, those dates could be pushed back by 6 weeks.
Yeah. Well, Howard's just confirmed Peace Bridge date. I am confirming Champ of Champs and the OP Cup dates, and I'm sure if Josh was here, he would confirm the shootout date. So now we just got to work on Valhalla and Boston, and then see what other communities we can get into next year. It's looking good. That's my Christmas list of events for next year. You guys have any other cons that you would like to see us show up at? If we come to any of these cons, I'm going to try and come as Overpower Adventures. We'll bring the show with us. Maybe we can do some live broadcasting, meet you guys in person. Kind of excited. If I'm going to travel, I might as well do it with the show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would love to get back to New York Comic Con. I haven't been there in 4 or 5 years. San Diego, never been. So if we can get that out there.
It's on your bucket list, right?
Yeah, kind of. New York Comic Con is so big. I can only imagine what it must be like in New York, because New York is not all in one place. They've grown, they've expanded, they've overflown.
Oh,
So I don't know if I want to go through all that. Same with Gen Con. Gen Con's bigger than Origins, but it's not all in one location. So it's spread out a little. So I don't know. Let's see. Doug says, keep in mind, though, that if... Oh, you already read that. Sorry. Yeah. What's the name of that?
Plexitani.
Plexitani Phil. Okay. All right, so we got a lot going on. That we could have a big summer, big year of Overpower next year. Like, I don't think C2E2 is going to work out. I don't know.
That'd be right in Eric's hometown.
Who's? Oh, Eric. Yeah, Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eric would love it.
They used to have some big events there in Chicago. I mean, all the nationals obviously were held there.
Yeah, that was. They always held them at Wizard World.
Yeah, they held some super regionals there too. I think.
Yeah. C2E2, I believe, is promoted by the same guys that do New York Comic Con. Is that right? I think so. Could be. So if we can get into one, we can probably get into the other one. And we can get the Overpower guys to help out and get Ron on board. I'm sure he's looking at that already. The only one that I can't confirm, I will get us into the Big Apple Comic Con for just a little local thing.
Howard, are you and the boys going to make the Champs of Champs?
Oh, Howard has to come now.
You got to come now.
He's got to come now.
Yeah, your Marcel's right, I think. So hopefully the nephews want to get away from that snow up there and come down with you as well.
Yeah, you know what, Howard, you got to come down and play in the qualifier, finish in the top top six, and come back and play with the boys on Sunday. Wow, that'd be so cool to have 20 guys show up on Friday to play out for the top six. For a guy that gave up on Overpower deck, back in the water up to, yeah, you ain't a kidding. I'm trying not to, but you guys just keep pulling me along.
And Doug doesn't like to swim.
Yeah. And I don't like that water analogy, but it's been fun. I enjoyed it before. I'm enjoying it now, probably a little bit more.
It's a different era.
Yeah, different vibe.
Yeah.
The guys that we're playing with are fun.
Yeah. One family now.
Howard says they haven't even chatted about the champs. Really? Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Put a sad emoji up.
they both qualified, right? They're both in the top 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know where Howard was in the rankings, like 18.
Well, he has a couple of them up there.
We get him an average.
Just keep
and
moving
see. There's a lot going on. So let's see what we can do in 2024. If you guys, see, we know Doug is out on the West Coast. Mike was on the West Coast. Josh is in Florida. Captain's in Delaware. Brett's got a babysitter so he can go to Orlando.
Sounds like a central meeting point's Columbus, huh?
Yeah. We can have these events all over the country. It'll be fun. Howard says he's in the top 100.
You qualify then.
Hey, Howard, I
Qualify
make
on
the
Friday.
rules for the OP Cup, so you know. All right, so we got a lot. What do we have? 4 of the dates? 1, 2. No, we have 3 of the 5 set.
Yeah.
3 of the 5 set. We got to get with Valhalla and we got to get on Boston. So that's great. I like it. Let's see, August. You guys get to come to Columbus twice, February and August. That'll be fun. Maybe we can get some of you here for Origins. If any of you travel around to Comic Cons, come to GalaxyCon this weekend. Stop in, say hi. You never know what's going to be going on. I plan to be working the store most of the weekend. We didn't get a booth at the con. So I'll be in the store or I'll be back here in the room playing Overpower. Same with you? Oh,
Yeah.
you'll definitely be back in the room playing Overpower. Stefan is not in the chat tonight. Stefan, I believe Stefan's coming. Vlad's coming. I assume AJ's coming.
Sam?
Maybe Sam. Is Sam coming with Vlad? I don't know.
Maybe.
Sam got really sick and he missed a lot of work, so he might not be able to get away. But Vlad will be here. AJ, you, me, Corey, Josiah, maybe.
Stefan?
And maybe Stefan. So we could have 7 or 8 guys showing up for a little casual Overpower. Stefan really takes casual to heart. He doesn't try to build the tournament decks, but you know what? He might try this time. He's a really good player of all games, and I'm sure if he put his mind to it, he can come up with a really competitive deck.
Oh, I'm sure he could, yeah.
The decks he brought last time were just fun decks for him, and I don't think he had a whole lot of fun playing against them. We were prepping for Boston, though.
Right.
So hopefully he'll show up, and we'll have some fun. All right, guys. A lot of them belling out on the chat, so I think we're going to wrap it up here. You got anything left?
No, I think that's it for the
That's
night.
it. You guys got any cities, any events you want to bring Overpower to? Put it in the chat. We'll take a look at it, see what we can do. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in tonight. It's great having you all. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook. Give us a like and subscribe if you haven't already. We really appreciate it. Our subscriber base is still growing slowly, but we're getting there. Seattle, Andrew Taylor's voting for Seattle. That's the second vote for Seattle. It looks like Salt Lake City is going to be kicked out of the
Mix.
yeah. So we'll bring it down to 4 cities for next week, and we'll narrow it down a little bit more
Wonder if that's Doug's brother.
Josh Christopher wants to come to Sydney. Yeah, Josh, I'll go to Sydney. Heck yeah. What is that, like a 12 or 13 hour flight?
Oh, probably longer than that. Probably 17 hours or something.
17, yeah. But yeah, I'm down to go. I'd like to go to Sydney, actually. At one time, it was really one place I wanted to go to. As I gotten older, though, I don't like to travel as much, so I don't know if that'll ever happen. A 15-hour flight, Josh says. All right. Is that 15 hours from Florida or from California? Howard says he's going to Australia. He's in. All right.
I know Mike Sutton has family there.
Does he?
Yeah.
All right. Well, sheesh. I'm going to let Ron take that one, though. I'm not going to try and organize an event in Australia. I just went there a few months ago. Had a great time. Yeah, I'm down. Now I definitely got to go get a passport. From LAX, it's 15 hours.
That's
Okay.
what I thought it was like 17 or 18 hours from here.
Yeah. All right. I like it. I'm going to put that down right now. And I'll give that list to Ron. Say, okay, here's where we want to go. Tell Ron to make it happen. All right, guys, thanks so much. You have a great week. And the Facebook group for artwork pricing tomorrow. I will post some prices there. If you've already emailed me and you want to email me again to bring it up to the top of my email list, feel free. I will reply to emails. We'll get pricing before I post it in the Facebook group. All right? So thanks so much. You guys have a great night.